Today I'm going to review for you the SportRack J-style kayak rack. I've got two pairs of these on my van, and I'll show you that here. And they work pretty well. I can't remember what I paid for them, but they're a lot cheaper than, say, the Yakimas or some of the higher end brands. But there's a reason for that. So I'll kind of show you these. Got a couple of Perception kayaks up here. Kind of get a look at the rack here. My kayak fits pretty good in there. There's a strap here that wraps around the top of the rack and then around the kayak. And it's got this little buckle here to tie it down tight. The way the rack attaches to my van here is on I've got this parallel flat bar through here, and it has a little plate that goes underneath, and then it just kind of hand tightens, and it doesn't look like it would hold that well, but it really does. I've never had a problem with anything loosening up. Let me show you again. Here you can get a look at how it holds there. Now, if I were to redesign these myself, I would put a little hook at the top of that rack for the strap to go through, because trying to get the strap on there with the kayak is really hard. You usually have to put the strap on first and hope it doesn't slide down, which would require me to slide it back up to the top above those little rubber protectors there. So that's kind of a design. I don't know if I call it a design flaw, it's just an omission. Another problem with these is that they don't fold. And that's another design change I would make in them. I would have a hinge right in here, and I would make them so they fold down so I can get them. I don't have to take them off to get in my garage. But as I said, you pay less than these than you would for like a Yakima that might fold. And so I can easily get two kayaks on top of my vehicle this way. And if I wanted to, I could probably even maybe slide a third one in between. Again, you get a look at the bottom of that, how you kind of hold on there. Along with the J hooks or the J holders and the strap, they give you this cotton rope. Now, I don't know if they're still providing a cotton rope these, but this is really kind of useless. It's supposed to hold on to the front of your boat, and then you got a little hook here on the end that you can hook under the front of your vehicle. And then you hook this to your boat. It's supposed to kind of keep the boat from sliding off. It's just a protective thing. But what undoubtedly will happen is it'll slide over like this, get under your wheel well, and get cut in half by your wheel. This is what happened to this one right here, which is why there's a knot in it there. So if you do use these, you really have to cross them. If you're like me and you got two boats, you can just kind of cross it to the other side. That keeps them from getting caught in the wheel wells. But in my opinion, they're useless. I should have never included them. It's better to have something that stretches. And I just use a bungee that I attach to the front of the boat and then down onto the luggage carrier on top of the van. And I put it on the front and the back. That way it keeps them from sliding either forward or backward. So again, a useless piece of equipment here in this rope. Otherwise, I really like these for the price. I mean, you really can't go wrong as far as price, but if you can afford it, you want something that folds down, then do it, because having having them fold would be really nice, and you don't have to take them off and put them back on all the time. Alright, I'm going to demonstrate for you putting the kayak up so you can kind of see how it works with a SportRack. And it helps to have a little stool when you're trying to get a kayak onto something as tall as a minivan. So, there I go. You want to get the strap on first, because it's really hard to get that strap on once your boat is up. And you got to keep it above these rubber pads here, or it will slide down, and then you have the same problem. And I'm going to come back up and try to get them back up. So I just kind of put them like this. I've already got one up on the other side. And after you get your boat up, you want to take these and swing them over. And I run the strap under the side of the luggage carrier through the buckle, which is pretty sound apparatus here, and holds real snug, real tight. And then it's just a matter of getting the loose end out of the way. I usually just wrap it around something. Anyway, that's all there is to doing that. The thing is, you want to make sure your buckles are positioned so they won't scratch the heck out of your boat. So I usually find an empty space where I can tighten up the strap at the buckle. And they hold really well. I've never had a problem. I have had them loosen up when I've had to drive a long ways on bumpy roads, but you know, every once in a while you're going to want to get out and check them anyway and make sure they're okay. But never had an incident. The J hooks or the J carriers hold really well. I give them a thumbs up for an economy rack. Again, you can spend more money and get something that folds, and you might like that a lot more. Anyway, if you found my review of the kayak holders useful, you might want to check out my review that I'm doing on the Allen bicycle carrier.